Good morning, folks. I'm going to try to keep this brief. You know me. I'm going to go on. It's 9:34 a.m. on the 6th day, 12th month, 2022. I'm looking here is a planned swath of flooding that's going to occur within the next 48 hours along these lines here in some of these mountains. It's not, it's planned. It's 24 hours from now. There ain't nothing there. Squanto. It looks like the communities most affected is going to be like it's going to head toward Tari. And it's going to affect the Tamworth area. You'll see. I'm going to see nothing on any of those. And then you hit the 3 days she's there. But it's a predictable path that was been showing. I said they're showing a straight line of storms, and it's now getting confirmed. So I'm going to issue the warning now. What's making me want to issue the warning is there's an EMF move going on down here. You see the fuzz box going down here south of Tari down here? It's created a straight line. And you look up here about Cuffs Harbor, Nabucco Heads, you'll see another one. And that's going to cause a corridor effect. And I'm expecting glitches along this line to reiterate that corridor, either with straight line pencil beams or, as I call those single ones. This will be full line right here. And you've got some horrendous sickness mix, and it's off down here. They're just doing it's a different type deployment. But that's created a corridor of flow. It's actually showing up as this little tongue down here. And so the bombs are headed your way to fuel the sickness, to fuel the demise of those communities. And some of the totals are rather high. So I'm going to go right to that. So you can now you got 24 hours to prepare before this event starts. So you're going to, along these lines, you're now going to prepare if you're in a low-lying area to take care of business. And so I'm going to show you the accumulations now around here. Some of the storms I was watching through were dumping 1.5 centimeter every 3 hours to a centimeter, and as they parked over. So as they go by, it's going to be torrential. It's triggered along these mountains. They're going to head into very, very predictable streams and head your way. One of the more affected areas, let me see which stat I'm going to go to here. So I'm going to go to the rain thunder statistic is through a line through here coming in the next 24 hours as this event begins. You're getting a lot. So the next 24 hours is here to here. Then your event is there. Double. That's a hell of a line coming through as you begin to get affected by this planned storm. And some cold air as well mixed in, as evidenced by this little snowflake pocket there over there. Gulang and Wellington and Mudgee. That's going to outflow and fuel so much of this rain that's going to hit this way. As the wind blowing that cold air down the mountains in there it's not going to go well. You got a lot of hot air hanging around the country as well right now. It's the recipe for disaster. How you getting snow up here right now is surprising me, but I look statistically, it does happen in the high Alps of Australia, and evidently Australian Alps gets more snow than the Swiss Alps, which surprised me very much. When you got temperatures this hot, mixing with temperatures, let's say like that low, it's a recipe for disaster, and that heat has been controlled to be in a straight line as well, which is going to pin that storm along this line. It's going to be volatile even on a natural conditions. And when you start adding catalyst to the atmosphere that fuels storms, you have the recipe for a small disaster. So some of these communities now along this way I'm going to have a quick look at are in danger of flash flooding. And it would be flash flooding. That means you have to be vigilant for your safety as always. Don't use me for your decisions. I always tell you that. It's not up for me to decide your fate. But I determined a line through here earlier, and I'm not going with this stat on that. So we'll go to the 5-day on that and give you a look at some of these totals that you're going to expect along these flats. And most of this is going to happen very soon. The numbers have changed. A minute ago I was seeing I was seeing 3 and 4 centimeters in a swath falling like this. So I'm going to say it. And as it hits these mountains, some of these downpours are going to be much heavier. It ain't looking right to me. I screenshotted something. I always do. Yeah, in case they change the stat, I have a habit of doing something. Should be this one here. Right. Oh, that's how much snow they're predicting for England here coming up. I'll tell them about that later. Is it this one? Nah, that's yesterday's. Oh wow, it must not have talked. Don't you hate it when that happens? That's weird. So, anyways, I'm gonna go with my memory of what was going on. Right, weather radar. Wrong. Okay. Now, the line of storms they got predicted to go is along that line that you'll see fueled here with the EMF. It's along that line that they say they want to flood through building plans and through mining permissions that were denied that will be suddenly in loggings and this and that will suddenly be either approved or told you're not allowed to rebuild. And as the sickness mix, it is evident right here. And this is a nasty mix. Is headed your way. Australia. If you're living in one of the 5 major cities, you are now under a chemical attack. And I'll show you it started after that image. This is headed toward Brisbane. This one here is headed to Sydney. This is almost on to Melbourne right now. This is headed to Adelaide. This here is deploying continually over Perth, out here to sea and streaming over and falling out on that city. This here, sudden nucleation of bombaciousness, is over at, and I'll let that go clear, is over at Darwin area. These 5 cities make up for most of the population centers of Australia and all their people, all their population. 30 million people roughly live in these 5 areas that have just been bombed. Major depopulation move on you. So let's look at this. Is a deployment here. I'm going to turn off some of the names that had been changed from the indigenous into things that just sometimes look as racial as Cracker Jack on a box. There's your plumes. These are all not just microwaves going off. There's something deploying that helps nucleate or propagate waveform. Oh, that's nice and clear. I'm going to go do backwards jumpies. Here, we'll look at this big plume here as it sucks back into its explosive container. Look at the curve to that. Spinning wheel, like one of them pinwheels with something on it. Like he was, Happy 4th of July. Boom, you got the pinwheel and you light it and it spins. And with a firecracker on each end. Or the most simplest spinning engine you could make with a balloon. And it's being bombastic. Just the bastards are being so bastardly, dastardly dicks and dick dastardlies. Would you look at the guilt here? This is absolutely chem bomb deployments here. And it's not healthy stuff. Have a shadow just as sunset. No seeing the sun when it sets. We often suspect something must be hidden from us. If they nacify your skies at sunset. A lot of people think that. And well, who could deny what's hidden from your eyes up in the skies? Was an arrow hooking over here? Hey, throwing over here, Clyde. Yes, master. Superman. Come on, is that geometric to you? Has your day been ruined? See the bombs going off? Coming out? Yep, let's go to the next major city center here. It's headed your way toward the scrotations of Sydney right here. What's that, the guy? Why don't you ever draw that outline there, Higgs? What a bullseye. Something you can't see and you're supposed to believe. All right. What we got here? Just microwave nucleation, your standing waves. Look, I run this on a fast, you'll see the microwave and it's pulsing a bit toward the coast. Boom, rumbling. How you feeling? Is your ears ringing louder than usual? Is it oscillating, going from a high note to a low note? Do you feel like you just left a concert when you was a kid? Your ears are ringing. Well, this will cause that. See how that beam is different than that beam? That's a pulsar, and this is more of a circular excitation. This one's a destroyer of chem, and this one here is letting it nucleate and go through. See, that goes through and it's gone. So that's a wave propagating thing that happened there. You got a square edge here on that, so it's most likely because of this is multiple microwave emitters localized. Like maybe here you got an emitter right where I'm pointing, because I'm seeing a circle pattern around it, and it's rotating just a little bit in that direction, which tells me it's heating it up. Slow down, you're moving too fast. You better kiss your ass goodbye if you don't do something about the chem bombs in your sky. When you bend over, they're grabbing your booty. Huffing stuff and puffing stuff. The HR is making you puff this stuff. That is all. His Royal Highness. You're gonna breathe it too. It has access to things that. Who says there's not a coup against the royals too? You take everything on board. Maybe someone's come for their money too, and they got caught by surprise. You ready for a surprise? Because the universe, man, will show up on you whether you like it or not. You live in the universe. The universe doesn't live in you unless you let it. Well, it does live in you. It's a complicated thing. The universe doesn't give a fuck about the whole what you want to have in your pocket. It gives a fuck about what you want for everything else, I think. That's what that meant. Yeah, that's it. It's meant that. And they grabbed your booty. Let's just go back to it. Chem bomb. Hey, you're going to have to sing when the Titanic is sinking. Well, if I'm in the gas chamber, I'm going to sing because then I'll be breathing deeper, and I'll go first. What was the last thing you heard him say? I fucking told you so, you dumbass cunts. Boom, 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 plume. Boom, 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 and grabbing your booty. The taxes are the booty from your hard-earned pay. Taxation is theft, and they're grabbing your booty. Go ahead and stick your head in the sand. They'll do more to your booty to grab it then. They'll have you pegged as a sucker. Look at this shit like the brass knuckles out in the ocean here, just punching your seafood dinner. Bang, 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 banging on a shrimp. Bang, 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 bang. If you think that's a naturally occurring cloud formation, you're just a dumbass. You are. You're a dumbass. You're wearing your ass for a hat. Yep, you're an ass hat. So I'm going to roll this, and I'm not going to keep it too long. I'm not feeling very motivated to do this. So I'm just going to do it. Here, rolls tape, lightning bolts for Streaky Bay. I said it was going to happen. There they are. The chem bomb fueled madness. One going one direction, one coming in high over the top, and where this rolls over the top of where that's just been, it's going to kick off. Count on it. And as this heads this way, we're going to see the constrictor. Tiny pulses. Look at the flashing lights. Look at the V shape of the formation and know it's going to dump that way. Now back toward the other way. The other way gets the tornadic activity. The Freudian gets the bucket. Okay? Start learning about the V shape and how that works. How the constriction of the sideways flow of electricity like this, as it pitches to a point at the very end of a tail end of a drag of a storm, will produce tornadoes in activity. And this one here is a prime fucking candidate. You're fucked when this one comes in. That's just nucleating along a line of EMF. This one's going to pick it up, push it along. All they got to give you that is a good pulse now, and that's going to be, it's going to fuck you when it gets ashore. All ashore for Streaky Bay, and that one came straight in that direction. That means you just got bombed. You just got bombed. There's no way you didn't get bombed. Streaky Bay is over here. Streaky Bacon Bay. If you don't like bacon, that's okay. Save some for me. He's eating bacon. Hey, yeah, and some people I think are pushing the meatless agenda for years and didn't know it. Now they're afraid to admit it. That some people were right. They are. You need meat in your body. Sometimes. Sometimes you don't. The government's meat in your booty you never need. And you're grabbing your booty. Ba 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 bam bam bam. I don't own the rights to this song. Ba 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 bam bam ba bam bam ba bam bam. Booty. Boom boom plumey. It hit it gradually. Ba 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 bam 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 bam. Ba ba bam 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 bam. The BOM is a Bureau of Morons. The Chem-bomb plumings. Boom, 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 plumes. Boom, 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 going up in your booty. Money ain't the key to ends all your woes, it's not, but it is your ups, your downs, and your lows, and it's like that, and that's the way it is. Boom, 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 boom! Have it, have it, have it, have it, have it, have it, have it. Whether you like it or not, the 5 population centers of Australia today have been chemically attacked by nucleated sickness mix, and it's going on right this minute over the tops of your houses. Film in this direction I'll go over later on tonight, and I will go over some imagery. This is unacceptable. We must document this crime, and I'll help you do it today. That is fucking all. Warn those people in these swats over here. You're in some trouble. It's coming down. It's going down. It's going down just like your pants. Don't put your hand over your 6, mate. Guard your 6. They're blasting you over here, and they blast you over there. You're getting fried in Grafton. Maury. This is a big old fucking pulsator right there. It's just like a goddamn, it got cold outside and the nipple shows up through the damn t-shirt. They say, blow out in. There it is. Unfucking acceptable. That the line of fryings here is going to determine the smudgies over mudgy, and it's going to be a big swath over through here where I'm pointing. You guys are absolutely fucardoed. My name is Fucardo Bossi. If you believe I'm not a Masonic person, then you will believe anything. You will believe that look into my eyes like chemtrails were fairy dust, this guy said. I'm sorry, this guy is near enemy mine now. Keep my name out your mouth, buddy roll. I got big ears. So do you. Really, come on. You ain't gotta dye your hair looking all like Grandpa Munster and shit. You ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta take the shilling. You ain't gotta keep changing your mind. You ain't gotta go to Q-Tardia every morning and wind people up with fear porn. But what you gotta do is be honest. And honest, I just showed you a sweat this storm's coming in over the... It's going to start in about 24 hours. And you're fucked along this swath. And all this is coming at once. And God have mercy on the souls of the people that bullied me. Because I have a feeling oneness is about to show up. Because they won't be watching this. Because they're blocked. And I'm not going to put this one on YouTube. I do this for free. Yeah, fuck it. I won't be a cunt like they are. I'll put it on YouTube. That's a different kind of mix. That's going to get real heavy over Tari. It'll probably take about 36 hours for all that water to make it here. So you got a little extra time, Tari, but you're fucked. And this river is going to give you big problems. But I have a feeling you'll get a new smart city something offered for you. It just seems to happen that way. When they're giving you the dong and they're grabbing your booty, man, your colo dong is fucked. Oh, yeah, look at the major railroad, these things that going in there, or power plant, something's here. They want something. They want your land. Tari, you're fucked. Who else is in the Fubario zone? Yeah, I'm gonna pull this back up and we'll show you who's fucked. Since they're not gonna give us an honest stat, I'll find it in a different way. What other towns was I looking at? Hey, Ward's River. Guess what's coming your way to Stroud? Then all they gotta do is storm down here a day or so later, maybe about here. You're fucked. Yeah, the weather plan seems to be bent on smart city agendas. I'm saying, if I hear the word smart city one time while I'm walking around stupid people, I think I'll vomit. Hey, a little bit just came up just then. Hey, Dubbo, you're in your fucked zone. I noticed. I seen it earlier. that can go up and down a little bit because where does the water run? It could rain over here and it's going over here. That's going over here. That's going over here. That's going over here. It's coming over here. It's going in these lakes. You are fucked. And if nobody's told you you're fucked, you're fucked. Rob D says you're fucked, you're fucked, you're fucked, you're fucked, you're fucked. Rob D says, don't be fucked. React. Be proactive. Don't fear. Prepare. Right? Prepare porn. Oh man, look at that. Coming through. Right there, big sweat. Yeah, that's right where that tongue of stuff was coming out here where the EMF clearly said that has to happen. So I just taught you a move today. Today you've learned a little something I've learned through the years. How to read a corridor of multi-fuzzed out plasmoid skies. And that tongue right there said it all to me. I said, all right, I'm going to call it. Do not cry wolf, man. Stone that bastard and wear him back to town. Call me the man who wore the wolf.